You are watching. Pause. We pause for a second or two. How do we keep life coherent when so much is changing? This is episode 214. Whatever thinking. There are many things right now making us disappointed. There are many things right now that we do not like. I think all of us are more or less angry with our current situation. It's simply not that good right now. When I walk around, when I talk with people, a feeling that it seems that we all share is that there is a sense of somehow falling into one of two extremes. It's very difficult not to fall in one of two extremes. And the one extreme is that it seems like we feel inadequate. We feel less than. We feel ashamed. So we lower our chin. We look away. And just feel and think whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's just whatever. And then we have the other extreme that we sort of end up in just as easily as the first one. And that is that we feel like we want to be more than, that we want to dominate. And when we feel like that, in the same way, but with a different sort of flavor to it, we are still in that sort of whatever thinking. Like whatever we are dominating, whatever we are more than, we have this sort of whatever. Who cares? F it. Just throw it away. Who cares? Whatever. Today's episode is called Whatever Thinking. And we are simply pausing for a second or two and acknowledging that right now, in this specific moment in time, much of the time, we feel whatever. We feel that our sort of collective energy is a lot about whatever. It doesn't matter. Either whatever, I am worthless, or whatever, they are worthless. And both of these, what they do, what often is the case right now, is that when we enter this sort of whatever mindset as a group, then things go wrong. And things go wrong fast. That in itself is one very good reason why to pause. And you know that this is true from your own life. You have probably examples from this very day or yesterday when you were in some kind of situation where the people there had this sort of collective energy of whatever. And that sort of shared reckless energy, like it doesn't matter, there will be no tomorrow. With that collective energy, the group becomes ugly. The group becomes ugly. Our situation, our emotional situation of today's episode is our long-term situation. So this whatever thinking that we're talking about today is sort of the opposite of long-term. It's extreme short-term. When we are in this group mentality of whatever, then we just recklessly destroy and corrupt everything and anything that we hold dear, being loyal to nothing, leaving behind everything we ever cared for. So whatever thinking is the lack of long term and the lack of our goal of our long-term situation. And this is our greater goal. This is our essence. This is the core goal of pausing. And that is coherence. Long-term goal, coherence. This is the most difficult thing to achieve. And that's why it's such a great goal, because it is damn near impossible, if not actually impossible, to achieve. It's more of an ideal than a fully realistic goal. It's sort of the guiding light or the North Star which to follow. The point is not to reach the North Star. The point is to follow it. And long-term goal coherence is our North Star to follow. To try, at least, to try to, as much as we can, to achieve a coherent sense to life. And one of the keys here is that our long-term situation is for when we think about our future. And thinking about our future is a very difficult thing. We often panic when we think about our future. And in these times, when we are angry, when we are disappointed in so many things, then, as we just have said, we fall into this sort of whatever thinking. It doesn't matter, whatever. Might as well just be reckless. Who cares? But one of the keys here is that when we are thinking about our future, we make a common mistake, or we are lazy enough to make a mistake. And that is to think that this crap situation that we're in right now, that it will last forever. Just from now on, it will be like this. And that is wrong. And it is lazy to think so. So the things we are angry with, the things we are disappointed in, they will end. It will not last forever. Hmm. So the point here is not to be any less angry. That's not possible. The point here is not to be any less disappointed. There is collective whatever thinking right now. It is here. And for some time, it will stay. And this group dynamic, this reckless whatever thinking, it will have consequences. It will make ugly. For some time, it will make ugly. So we pause for a second or two. For some time, this group dynamic that we have will make things ugly. That's it for today. Thank you.